Well, welcome everyone, and thank you for being here on a beautiful, beautiful August Thursday night. We appreciate that. We're so excited to be able to be with you tonight. My name is Karen McLatcher, and I am the Chief Program and Product Officer for Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan. We want to give you a little preview of the program year, as we're calling it a jump start to your program year. So tonight we're going to cover a few different topics, and we're excited to be able to share those with you. Go ahead, Ash. All right, our agenda, we're going to do source highlights, sneak peek at new badges, and 110 years of Girl Scout, or 110th anniversary, which we'll do both here a little bit in the beginning and at the end. I just want to say that we are excited that in October, nationally, we will celebrate for the whole next year from October 1st to September 30th, 110 years of Girl Scouting. And those of you who were with us for the 100th anniversary know that we did some special things throughout that year, and we plan to do a few special things this year for the 110th. And as we go through tonight, we will talk about those. One of the things that we're doing, and I'll go through it a little bit more in detail at the end, is bringing back out of our vaults, out of our archives, the Windows to the Past program, which focuses on each decade of Girl Scouting throughout the now 110 years. So we had this for the 100th anniversary. We had 10 pins. This year we will have the new decade of the 2010. So we're very excited about that. And as we go through tonight, we'll talk a little bit about some of those, and at the end we'll talk more. We also are so excited to share with you a sneak peek of some of our source programs. On our website is a sneak peek of the source, so please feel free to go there and check it out anytime after tonight's presentation. And then we're happy to also share with you a sneak peek at some badges, 28 new badges that have just come out. And we're learning about them over the last couple of weeks and sharing what we know, and there'll be more to come throughout the year. So on that note, I will, I want to also introduce our team. So I'm excited to be able to lead the program team. And with us tonight, we have Ashley Coca, who is our program and product supervisor for Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan. And she's also the Saginaw Regional Co-Manager. Not with us tonight. She had a family commitment. Abby Hoey, who is also a program and product supervisor, overseeing Kalamazoo and Jackson regions. And she also does product for those regions. Then we have Angela Metcalf, who is our program specialist, and she serves Kalamazoo and Jackson region. And then we have two new staff members within the last year or so that have come to our program team, and they do both program and product for Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan. So their titles are program and product specialists. We have Jacqueline Reimers, who is based out of the Saginaw region, and Kyla Edgar, who is based out of the Lansing region. So that's our team, and we'll all be doing a little bit with the presentation tonight. So Ashley, I'll hand it off to you.
Thank you very much. So we all hope that you'll be able to join us October 14th as we begin our celebration of 110 years. One thing I like to say is, who ever thought that 110 years could look so good and continue to grow? So 110 years in Girl Scouts, whether you are brand new to Girl Scouting or a tried and true, like many of us here, we are all welcome to join us on this day. We will be holding an investiture and rededication ceremony that will allow us to reflect on the ideals of Girl Scout movement and empowering the journey that girls have and will undertake. So this event is designed to be virtual. So every participant will receive their very own ceremonial battery operated candle. So we will have that and a fun patch for this evening. So it's a way to engage every what do we say? Once a Girl Scout, always a Girl Scout, and our new Girl Scouts here on this evening. And so we hope to see you there. Also, mark your calendars. In your packets today is a save the date for our Jubilee, but it is our 4th Jubilee at the Chelsea Fairgrounds on November 13th. It is a way that we not only are celebrating the 110 years, but it is a way to engage the product program and fun for Girl Scouts as well as their family. And Karen had mentioned earlier that our Windows to the Past program is being revitalized. This is going to be where our newest decade pin or Windows to the Past will be revealed. So you want to come here and join us on this event day. Let's see on here also. So anything that has fun and exciting that happened from 2011 to 2020. I'm not sure what happened in 2020, but it will all be covered here in this decade celebration. But Jubilee also on here, you can see it in that little container. If you are interested in being part of our Jubilee committee, we ask that you let us know. You can either put it in the comment box or you can email us at calcc@gshom.org. Okay, now I would like to turn it over to Jacqueline to share some upcoming programs that we have in the Saginaw region.
Yeah, so this year we are bringing back our Discover Frankenmuth program. Girls will be able to explore the Frankenmuth Historical Museum, make pretzels, and eat at the Bavarian Inn. This was a program that we have done in the past, and unfortunately we weren't able to do it in 2020, but we are bringing it back for 2022, and it will be on April 9th this year. Well, next year, but this source year. And then a new program we are doing is a spotlight series on one of our Girl Scouts, Jasmine Robbins. She is an entrepreneur who runs her own lip gloss business, and she will be running a series of programs. Some will be in person and some will be virtual. And she will be talking to the girls about what it takes to be an entrepreneur, how she got her business started, and you will also be learning how to make your own lip gloss. Okay, and I think we're moving on to Angela.
Yes. So we're going to talk a little bit about Kalamazoo. Two of the programs I wanted to highlight. One is Get Glassy. Here comes the Sun Catchers. And one of the main reasons I wanted to promote this is that the partner that we're working with, Glass Arts Kalamazoo, has returned as a partner with us, and they're doing an entire series called Get Glassy. Here comes the Sun Catchers. They will be making fused sun catchers. They're going to work with different forms of glass to create that sun catcher, and this is hot glass, so it is going to get put in a kiln and melted and fused together and made into something they can pick up or have mailed to them. And there's also other programs beyond just this one. This one's going to be Brownie Junior and Cadet level as far as age goes. And the other programs, some of them are a little more geared toward Cadet Senior Ambassador. So there will be options for learning how to make flame worked beads for jewelry and such. So definitely check out those programs here in Kalamazoo from Glass Arts. I'm very excited that they're on board and offering these with us again. And of course, Here Comes Suncatcher is the one coming up the soonest. So please, if you think it's something your girls are interested, get registered. Super Science Saturday in Kalamazoo is with the Air Zoo, and they have been doing program this whole past year during the pandemic with us, but they did it virtually via Zoom, and they're returning back with us and excited and hoping with fingers crossed that we will be in person and that they will be able to actually see the girls face to face and they can explore the museum as well. So Super Science Saturday, there is a series of these, but It's Sensational is one of the first ones, and this is for brownies to earn the Senses badge. And so you definitely check out what the Air Zoo has to offer. There are multiple levels for girls as far as earning badges through the Air Zoo. But they have been very, very good partners to us. So Get Glassy and Super Science Saturday. I think we hand it off to Kyla in Lansing.
Thanks, Angela. Hi, everybody. So I have two programs that I'm super excited for coming up this year. And the first one actually coming up is going to be the Fall Fun Day at the Cider Mill. If you are from our Lansing region, you're probably pretty familiar with Uncle John's Cider Mill. They're north of St. John's, and they are partnering with us this year to offer a Fall Fun Day. And whether you come with your troop or you come as a family. We would love to have you guys come out. There is going to be cider and donuts included, a trip through the corn maze, and a scavenger hunt around the farm. I encourage you guys to go ahead and bring anyone, even non-Girl Scouts, because it's a great way to get outdoors, experience some things maybe some girls had never experienced before, and hang out there. You might even get to see the cider made in the cider press.
Like, hey, do you guys want to hang out?
And then the other one is my field day fun day. And this one's a little bit farther out. This one is a spring program, but I'm super excited for this. So this is a 2-day program that's actually happening at Camp Wacusta, so at our property there in Wacusta. The program is geared mostly towards our cadet girls. They will be working on their field day badge. They'll get to spend a whole day with me the first day, where they'll be learning what it takes to plan a program. And they will plan the field day, all the events, learn how to facilitate it, the safety that goes along with it. And then the following weekend, they will come back to Camp Wacusta, set up all the things that they created, and they will actually facilitate a field day for brownies to earn their fair play badge the following week. And I'm super excited for them to be able to come out and do that and learn some things and get to take some roles in leadership. And then I think I'm gonna pass back to Angela. And you're muted.
You're muted.
Thank you for catching that. So for Jackson this year, we have Ella Sharp returning as a partner with a little different slant. They really want to focus on the space badges this year. So space badge mission. There is a session available for Daisy, Brownie, and juniors October 2nd. And then there is actually one 2 weeks later for cadet, senior, and ambassadors to earn their space explorer, adventure, investigator, etc. badges through their planetarium at Ella Sharp Museum. I am excited that they wanted to create this opportunity for the girls and have been very enthusiastic, and I'm looking forward to the things they'll look at offering us in the future. They're very excited to do more, which I love partners like that want to give our girls more and more opportunities. So I really appreciate Ellis Sharp getting on board. And then the other one I wanted to plug is Maker Madness Fiber Fun. In fact, we have a whole series called Maker Madness, and these programs lean towards basically, as they say, making things, somewhat with a STEAM bent. Some are a little more art focused, some are a little more technology and science focused, but all of them kind of come out at the end having learned how to make something. And Fiber Fun is happening in Jackson in October. So if your girls are interested in learning about the fiber arts, which we do a little bit of drop spinning, which was what she's doing in this picture. We're going to look at natural dye of fiber, and we're going to do a little weaving as well. So I definitely, if there any curiosity in your girls about anything to do with that world, please sign them up. It's going to be a great afternoon. And I think we're on to Karen, aren't we?
Yes, we are for Ann Arbor. And before we do that, I just want to put a plug in that all of these programs, while they have a region name, it's just the region they're organized out of. However, we really encourage girls from all 34 counties and all of our regions to explore, get out of their regions, get out of their towns and go explore. I'm about to talk to you about local flavors, Field to Fork, which is a partnership that we started last year with a nonprofit called Growing Hope in Ypsilanti. And I want to bring this up because one of the nicest things that happened is once we were able to start having in-person programs again this spring, we had a brownie gardening session. They learned about gardening and insects, all kinds of fun things. And we were excited to hear from the Growing Hope people and from our own folks who were there that one of the best parts about it was that there were girls from the Ann Arbor region and girls from the Saginaw region who came down, and guess what? They got to be fast friends, and they were going to keep in touch as pen pals and as Girl Scout pals. So again, want to put the plug in that even though these have region names, we really, they're Girl Scout Heart of Michigan programs, and we really encourage people to go past their boundaries, past their comfort levels, to get to explore new places. With that, I want to talk about Local Flavors Field to Fork. And this is a Cadet Senior Ambassador program, and it's brand new. We will be working with a local farmer to talk about locally sourced produce. They'll have a shot to go to the Ypsilanti Farmers Market on Saturday. And then from there, they're going to go back to the Growing Hope kitchens, and they're going to create a meal out of the food that came from the farmers market and possibly from the farmers field that they're talking to. So we're excited about that. That's coming up in the fall. Another program that's coming up throughout the, I think it is actually October, is a partnership that is also brand new with EMU Aviation and Willow Run Airport, both in Ypsilanti. And we're going to be talking drones. So we'll be at Willow Run Airport, and girls will get to be introduced to drones. They'll get to see different kinds of drones, and most importantly, talk about career fields that are related to drones. Drones now are in career fields from real estate to police work to business, all kinds of things. Packages are getting delivered by drones. There's all kinds of great career opportunities that are opening up through drones. So we're really excited, as well as they're fun, and girls like to learn about drones. So that will be for Brownies, Juniors, and Cadets. And again, that's in October. Again, these are just a few highlights you've seen from all of the regions. You're going to see more than 200 different programs, program offerings offered in the source program this year. So again, I encourage you to go to our sneak peek at the website. I know a question is going to come up. When are we going to get our printed source? And it came up the other night. We're working right now to finalize that. And it will be going to the printer very soon. And sometime by the end of September, we are hoping that folks will get, the troops will get their sources. So really excited. In the meantime, though, I do want to say that our online source will be ready. In fact, right now, there are August and September programs that you can sign up for through the online source. And that's at our website. Next slide. All right, Angela and Kyla, back to you.
And you're muted again.
I think you're muted.
All right, I don't know why it's not clicking, but it's not clicking. All right, am I unmuted now?
Yes.
Okay, good. I apologize. So it's time to start planning for the international trip with the CEO of Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan, our wonderful Jan Barker. And we are looking at girls heading off to Paris in late June 2022. And we're inviting cadet seniors and ambassador Girl Scouts to join us. Basically, if they're a cadet Girl Scout who will be entering 8th grade in the fall of 2022, you are eligible, that girl is eligible to participate in the trip. The trip is going to be completely girl-led. It is a wonderful experience. I went on the Canada trip 2 years ago. These trips happen about every 2 years. We had to take a pause because of COVID. And so now we're going to make it happen. And it's one of the neat things is even the destination has been chosen by the girls who went on the previous trip to Canada. So that's why Paris is where we're looking at for 2022. But there will be a monthly meeting if any of girls are interested in participating that they must come to help plan the trip. So they will be responsible for coming up with the places they want to go and the things they want to do and the itinerary and looking at the budget and all of those important things will be part of making this trip happen. Now, the big dates at the moment are if your girls are interested in traveling to France, they must be able to make a commitment to join the trip by October 19th, 2021. And we are going to have another meeting, basically our first meeting since that informal information meeting we had on August 5th, September 19th.
And Angela, that is via Zoom, correct?
Via Zoom, yes.
It says September 28th. So is there like a different time though, or date? On the
I'm
slide.
looking because that's.
So I thought it was September 19th as well. So, but
No, I
maybe we
think
can
that's a
confirm.
typo. I was double checking. It's the 19th, so it's a typo. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mariella, for catching that. We are all
Yes,
excited.
thank you.
So
Yeah.
this is like the 4th or 5th trip that this will be the 5th, I believe, that Jan has done. And she is just wonderful when it comes to working with girls and really helping them pull out all of their leadership characteristics and really not only have a good time, but learn a lot in the process. So we hope you'll join us for the September 19th meeting. Next slide, Ash. Woo.
Thank you so much. And sorry about that. I updated my little chat box for September 18th. So first mistake I made all day. So all good, all good. So in addition to the hundreds of existing badges that are already available to our Girl Scouts, this year, Girl Scouts in grades K through 5 can earn the Math and Nature badges that are sponsored by Johnson & Johnson that gets the girls outdoors to explore the natural world as they learn the math concepts that exist in nature, including pattern, symmetry, and tessellation. That's only a little bit, but right now they are available at the MyGS portal for videos with tips and specifics for each badge at this specific level. So we have Math and Nature and a couple more that I don't want to take away from Angela and Kyla because they are very ready to share with you. So let's get started.
Thanks, Ash. All right, so coming up, we have new cookie business badges. As you can see here, 2 for each level other than the cadets. So it's going to be 1 for each year. Our cadets have those 3 years. And these are coming in to kind of take over for some of those previous badges that we had. And they are being implemented to encourage our girls to take more ownership of their cookie business instead of just being like, oh, we sold cookies and one and done. It's more to get them to think like the entrepreneurs that they are during the cookie program, running their own businesses and incorporating their online sales. Digital cookie is still on a fairly new spectrum for us, but with COVID from last year, we learned how important it is for our girls to be able to utilize the digital cookie platform. And these badges are designed to help them get to their highest potential. Starting in our Daisy level, it is still on as basic as you can really get for a Daisy, but it'll progress from the goal setting things that they need to learn as a Daisy. It'll teach them how to do sales pitches as they progress farther into the Brownie and junior level, and creating a business plan. So once you hit that cadet level, you're going to be learning what it takes to not only set your goals, but how to reach them, how to overcome the obstacles if you don't reach that goal, and how it's okay to do that. And then by the time you get to that senior and ambassador level, we're getting really in depth in their entrepreneurship. It's teaching them how to be true entrepreneurs in the world and implementing a digital marketing campaign. So instead of just being like, okay, I went to Digital Cookie, I filled out the little blurb about cookies and sent it to all of my parents' email addresses that they have on their email book. It's going out there and figuring out how to market specifically your cookies, go farther than just sending that email, recording the videos, putting it out on social media and beyond, and figuring out how to be more successful in their cookie sales than they ever thought possible. So these are taking some of those badges that we've had in the past, but it's putting them a little bit deeper, even at the Daisy and Brownie level, digging a little bit deeper to show these girls that they're capable of more than they thought, and that it's not just a box of cookies, it's a whole lot more. So I'm very excited for the cookie business badges to be coming. They are in our shops. They arrived this week, and requirements will be in the store soon. So Ange, if you want to take over.
All right. So the first set of badges I want to look at is the Math and Nature series. I think it's amazing. They basically took math concepts and applied them to the outdoor world. And the idea is that kindergarten through 5th grade, or our Daisy, Brownies, and Juniors, get outdoors and they explore and they use their observation skills and take in what's around them to basically allow them to apply a lot of different math concepts. Measurement is a really good example of that. I went through and I thought, oh, I'll share with some of the activities that they have from the different level of badges. Basically, each one of the grades, Daisies, Brownies, and Juniors, have a badge that focuses on numbers, on shapes, and on design with nature, with that math bent. So a good example from the numbers in nature badge for Daisies that focuses on the math skill of measurement is you will go out, you'll measure with some sort of natural object. You choose the natural object like a seashell, a rock, a leaf, or a pine needle. This is your unit of measure. It's your ruler. Then draw on the item to measure, like a table, a skateboard, or a pillow. Write down your estimate for how long it is, and then measure it with your natural object. And repeat this with other objects, kind of truly understanding the process of creating a form of measurement, but then you're actually using natural objects to become that form of measurement. So the idea is that measurement can be something that's subjective as well, that you can, so and of course then it builds on that to sorting and things like that. So other math concepts that they use as well, of course, being that the categories for the badges are shapes and design, they also focus on pattern and symmetry, tessellation. So tessellation is when you have a shape and they fit together and they repeat over and over and over again. And even the concept of time is covered. A good example from the junior level, from the shapes badge, is draw symmetry made by nature. Look around for objects in nature that are symmetrical. When you find something, draw it. Remember not to disturb anything you see and leave no trace, which is another thing they talk a lot about in these badges, is that we want to go outside, we want to observe, we want to be part of nature, but we do not want to disturb it. We want it to be there so when we come back the next time, we can see it again. Leave no trace that you've been there. If you want to take photos, of course, please do. After, compile with what you found in a symmetry journal. Then look at your journal and identify the lines of symmetry on each natural object. So that's just one of the examples from the junior level. Also, for most of these badges, particularly when they move into the design segment of the badge series, they are going to create something from nature, be it design nectar feeders, trail maps, or other outdoor tools and essentials. An example of an activity from the brownie level would be build a bee hotel. Some bees lay eggs in hollow plant stems or holes in wood. They may also need somewhere to stay during the winter. You can help by building a bee hotel. Other pollinators like butterflies or beetles might want to visit too. Measure empty tubes like a bamboo, paper straws, or rolled paper. Then draw a diagram of your hotel. Make sure to include a scale. How big will your diagram be compared to your final hotel? What shape works best? Can you create a tessellation, so a shape that fits together? And experiment with the different materials and shapes to build your hotel. So that's just one of those actual options to produce something from what they've learned in the shapes and the numbers badge, basically taking that knowledge and applying it to create something, sort of a little maker madness, haha, in the design level of the badges in that series. Now, the other series of badges is digital leadership. And the idea behind the digital leadership badges is basically the world we live in now has completely gone digital. And so this badge series covers Daisies through ambassadors, so our K through 12 girls. And with these new badges, Girl Scouts will explore what a digital leader is and how to become one in their everyday lives. I kind of looked at an example for that from the possible activities from the junior level. Basically create any digital content you'd like to share your personal message, advocate for your message, choose a topic, an audience, and a goal, brainstorm different ways to share your message, from an email campaign to a poster, whatever the topic, use technology to create something that shares information and spreads the awareness. So the idea is these girls are going to come up with something to share, something they value, something they have a passion for that they can affect change with, and use a digital format to do that. Through this series of badges, they will learn how to be online in a responsible, safe, and positive way. They're actually going to dive into topics like managing well-being, how to balance time, and how to navigate online, especially misinformation, clickbait, and biases in advertising. There's a neat example of an activity from the cadet level badge that I think illustrates this quite well. Explore clickbait. Clickbait is digital content that grabs your attention because it's shocking or surprising in some way and entices you to click and learn more. It might have a big click here button or link with offers to free stuff, videos of cute puppies, or celebrity gossip. You may be surprised to click and find it's not what you thought it would be. So how can headlines represent or misrepresent a story? What is the difference between a headline and real substance or meat of a story? Create your own clickbait to find out. Make 3 clickbait headlines for the same photo, 1 positive, 1 negative, 1 neutral. For example, you might write for a cat photo, move over dogs, cats are man's best friend. For positive, cats are dangerous to nature and people. For negative, and your cat's ancestors survived an ice age. For neutral. So basically the idea is they're going to explore the idea that a lot of what's out there in the digital world may not be what it presents itself as, that whole what's true, what's not. And there's a little bit of that in every single level of these badges. It just gets more in depth as the girls get older. So Girl Scouts discover how people use technology to connect, build, and lead, then use those skills to create impact and become digital leaders themselves. And that's really the idea. They're going to go through this process of exploring community and understanding how the digital world works. And then the idea is they're going to create this digital community themselves, and they're going to create content for that. So an example of a brownie level activity is making some kind of digital content. How can you tell others about your topic? How can you inspire them to help? You could make a video to teach people or share an important message. You could ask your friends and family to help you by email. You're a digital leader. The message and how you put it out there is up to you. But the idea is that you create that content to support whatever topic you are trying to get the word out to the world about. So these forward-thinking badges are designed to prepare, support, and motivate girls as they explore the digital world, and definitely, hopefully, inspire them to be a little more tech savvy, and maybe even possibly look deeper into those STEAM careers that are out there in the world. So that's just my little overview of the math and nature and the digital leadership badges. I think, yes, it's on to Karen.
Well, and Ashley put in the chat box, as you will see, that all of these series of badges are sponsored by corporations. Johnson & Johnson, for instance, for the math, and then Instagram for the digital leadership. So it's very exciting that nationally there are partners that work to craft these badges. All right, well, we have another great component, as I said in the beginning, and that's the 110th anniversary of Girl Scouts. So we at Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan, as I said previously, are going to celebrate that throughout the year. These are specific things that are in the source that will be, will have a 110th focus. Many of these will have a Windows to the Past decade pin, as Ashley had said, as I had said before. For instance, the Disco Divas at the Disco Divas Mall lock-in, which we've moved to March because of weather. I think everyone will be thrilled with that. It's not in January anymore. Will be at the Ann Arbor Mall on March 26th. There'll be all kinds of things happening. And again, girls have planned that. They planned the topic. So they chose Disco Divas, which made it perfect for, guess what decade? The 70s decade. So one of the things they'll be able to do there that evening and overnight is earn the 70s decade pin. But there'll be lots of other things. As Ashley stated, we're starting out with an investiture and rededication ceremony that will be virtual. Spooky Science this year, which is happening on the 19th of October, also going to be virtual. We learned a lot last year from doing it virtually. We're able to accommodate a lot more people than we are in person. That will have a 110th anniversary bent to it also. That'll be part of the theme. Ashley already mentioned our Jubilee, and that's our product Jubilee, where we celebrate both our Treats and Reads program and our cookie program, and we help girls and parents and leaders really learn about what's happening this year with product and get excited. We're going to have a real focus this year on online participation, whether it's digital cookie or the online participation through Treats and Reads. Expect at the Chelsea Fairgrounds in the exhibit building that we're having some big screens that will have a lot of, and I'll do a pun, a lot of focus on digital. We're really excited. It'll be hands-on. There'll be other things too. There'll be some things outdoors that girls will be able to do as well. And as we said, we're looking for some volunteers to help us. Susan Thorman, I see you on here. So I just want to say I got your email after Tuesday night. And yes, indeed, I would love to have you and your cadet senior ambassador girls help us out. So I'm counting you in, Susan. If other folks would like to help, please, as we said, contact us. Ashley will put in the chat box again how to contact us for volunteering. We're really, really excited to be bringing this to you. Again, it's an every other year. We had to take last year as a pause, but this will be our fourth Jubilee event. Our digital cookie kickoff, which we started last year, it will be the 1st of December. That too will have 110th theme running through it. World Thinking Day, there will be a decade pin with the World Thinking Day. That's virtual as well, so we can accommodate more people. We will do all kinds of great things related to countries. And again, we're having host ambassadors, host for different countries, but there will definitely be a decade pin earned at that. And then the biggest event, guess what? March 12th, the actual birthday of Girl Scouting happens to be on a Saturday. How lucky are we? So every single regional center will have an in-person 110th birthday bash. There will be a decade pin celebrated with that, maybe a couple of decade pins, as well as other birthday things going on that specific day on March 12th. You can see that in the source. That week, we're putting together some other activities that will happen. We don't have those all the way planned out, but rest assured, we won't ignore Girl Scout Sabbath, Girl Scout Sunday, the rest of Girl Scout Week. I like to claim that we have the whole month of March, but you know, we really have the whole year. So a whole year to celebrate the 110th. We already talked about the mall event. And then the last official source event that we have that will be 110th is in June, and it will be the Bridging event. We've done these the last couple of years. This will be in person, again, at all of our regional centers. And it will be the end of the 110th year celebration. So more to come on that. And there'll be other things that will be added throughout the year. So keep watching for more. Next slide. All right, so I do want to talk about first really quickly, then we'll come back to the questions. While I go to the next part, think about, and we'd love you to put in the chat box, what are you most excited to do this year? Maybe some of you've already seen the sneak peek of the source, or maybe it's some of the things you've heard tonight. I do want to say, I mentioned it once before, registrations right now for our August and September programs are open. You can go online and definitely register for those. For our October events, we're going to be introducing a new software system called Girl Scouts Events. So for October and beyond, for the rest of the year, beginning October 1st, you'll be able to register online for those programs. Previous to that, we will have paper registration options available. To do that, you'll need to contact our help desk. which I believe everyone knows, helpdesk@gshom.org, or just call and you'll be hooked up to the help desk. But as soon as October 1st rolls around, we will have a new system. I also want to assure you that it may look a little bit different, but we have a video that will be ready as a tutorial before, and we'll make sure to work with folks in case it looks a little bit different. It should be pretty seamless though. It should not be that much different to register after October 1. So now I want to go back to the chat box. So what are you most excited to do this year? So if you haven't done it, please go ahead and put that in the chat box. And then if anyone on the program team will shout out some of those things, we'll discuss them.
Yeah, Jessica is excited for the Glass Arts program. She says it sounds really neat. We have some Jubilee excitement there. Think like an engineer. So that was perfectly planned for Rachel's troop. They are going to be doing, they had it planned in their year to do the same exact time. So great planning, Heart of Michigan. We love that one.
We aim to please.
Yeah. And Sail Away. I think Sail Away was a new program that we brought this year out of Sagatuck, and this past year rather, out of Sagatuck.
And if I could just brag on that for a minute. When Angela and I went down to first meet with them, and Ashley, one of our other fund development staff members, a couple of years ago, we were really excited to talk to them about the sailing program. And in the process, we found out that that sailing ship happens to have a woman captain and almost a whole woman crew. So, and most of them were Girl Scouts. So there's a lot of excitement around that. They
are very, very passionate about creating this opportunity for the girls to learn about boats. It's wonderful. So yeah, I was really excited that they were ready and on board last year. They were actually able to run, and they filled up right away. And when I called, they were one of the first ones to commit for this year. So yay. Love those kind of partners. Have the passion to share their expertise with the girls.
So two things. We have a question if Jubilee is going to help with the cost for Jubilee. Karen, would you like to share some insight?
If what is going to help with the cost for Jubilee?
How much would the cost be for Jubilee?
Oh, I believe it is going to be $15, and there'll be an extra cost for lunch like we've done in the past. It'll be, you choose if you want lunch. We'll have some lunch options. We're working right now with the Chelsea Fairgrounds and some nearby food vendors to provide some lunch options.
Sally has the question if dads can sign up for the Sail Away. Angela?
I can answer that. Yes, they can. I just messaged her. Yes, there is a fee for the adults to, basically it's their passage ticket this year. So if a dad wants to be the adult chaperone, dad can be the adult chaperone for the voyage. So mom, dad, troop leader, all are options for that program. So definitely. Yeah, basically just you're paying the passage because you're getting to go on the ship. It's much discounted compared to what the girls are paying for it. But with COVID, it's one of those things where they really wanted to be able to do this, but they had to make some changes this year. And that was one of the things they had to ask. So rather give them the opportunity to take this adventure than to tell them, no, we won't ask the parents to pay to get on the boat. So yes, so that's why, in case you know someone who went last year and they did not have to pay for an adult seat. All
right, well, I think we've highlighted the chat box, so we can go on the next slide. I think it talks about the October registration, right, Ashley? Yep. And then there are a couple of things before we go to questions and answers, because we're wrapping up here, but I did want to make sure to note, but because we were asked this product the other night, and I thought besides the other question I've already answered is, are we going to have a program person, and for that matter, or a product person in Ann Arbor? Yes, we are. We have posted already for the last several weeks a program specialist position. You can see that on our website if you know of anyone who's interested. We are in the process right now of interviewing. So we would love to have more candidates. And as soon as we get someone on board, we will work with them to train them. In the meantime, you got me as the main, I call it stunt program person for Ann Arbor, as well as the team will be backing me up as needed. And the same for product. We will be posting within the next few days a product specialist position in the Ann Arbor region as well to work on product. And again, we'll get someone trained and on board for that. So we'll be with them every step of the way till they're thoroughly trained and beyond. And in the meantime, you got me and probably Abby and Ashley from the program who will be our product who will be helping too. So I know those questions came up. So Ann Arbor, we love you. We are not going to miss a beat. We're not going to miss a beat. We will miss Stacy, who is leaving us for new career paths. All right, I think those were the things I wanted to touch on that. If you want to unmute and ask questions, or if you want to put something in the chat box, we will stay on and answer any questions that you have. And again, I want to thank you for being with us on a beautiful, beautiful August Thursday night. We really thank you for being here.
So Karen, I just wanted to put in there real quick because I missed it when we were talking about September registrations are open. We've taken into consideration some of the things you guys and the girls have asked for, finally been able to make it happen. We are offering some in-person journeys for our girls to be doing with us. I have spent the last 3 weeks doing our first round of in-person journeys with girls. It's been super exciting. But in September, we have an overnight journey. It's a 2-day journey for seniors and ambassadors. It'll be hosted at Camp O' the Hills. And that is the 11th and 12th of September. They'll get to come in. We'll have dinner on Saturday night, breakfast on Sunday, and they will complete everything but the Take Action project with me. I believe we are doing Mission Sisterhood for seniors and ambassadors. It's Your Voice, Your World. And then keep your eyes open. I know in October, I'm offering the same thing for cadets. And then throughout the year, there'll be other offerings, not only for me, but I believe Jacqueline has some prepped for the Saginaw region as well. So please take a look for those. They're incredibly fun. If you happen to know anyone who attended any of mine in the last 3 weeks, they can attest to that as well. I've asked the girls to be frank and honest with me, and most of them had a fabulous time. And I did as well. The girls learned a lot, and I can't wait to see all of your girls attending our Journey Jumpstarts as well.
Yeah, the program team took into consideration some of those quick link names. So for Journeys sessions, they're called the Jumpstart Journeys. Angela has Get Glassy for all of her Get Glassy series with different types of activities. And then Maker Madness is another one. So just because if you see Maker Madness listed one, it's not just Fiber Fun or So Creative. There's a whole auspice of a whole slew of different types of programs there. So I'm really hoping that you take part.
And to add on to something that we glossed over, and I wanted to make sure, again, we took a lot of input from girls this past year and from leaders and from parents, as we always do, but really tried to incorporate things this last year into what we did and onto the next coming year. So the year that we're just ending, we were able to do bronze, silver, and gold preparation workshops every single month. We did them on Saturdays, once a month. And we did bronze in the morning, silver around the noon time into the early afternoon, and gold in the mid to late afternoon. We were able to, again, do 12 months of those starting last August. We finished this past July, August, and our next series of those will be in October. We're going to, because we've caught people up now a little bit, we'll be doing them every other month. You'll see them listed in the source as bronze preparation, silver preparation, gold preparation. And just so you know, they are designed for girls to be interactive. They are Zoom, and they're designed to be interactive and for girls to come on to those sessions before they start their projects, before they start to earn bronze, silver, or gold. Bronze are geared toward girls as well as leaders. And if parents want to come on, we welcome them. They're all free. Silver geared toward girls specifically, and leaders, leaders for sure have been involved in those. Gold really, really geared toward the girls. Parents and leaders are welcome, but it really is an interactive session with girls as they are the CEOs of their Gold Award projects. These have been really popular, and so we will continue to offer them every other month, as well as we've added something new this year. We have a wonderful Gold Award committee that doesn't get a lot of recognition. I know a couple are on here tonight with us. But those volunteers on that committee are some of the most wonderful, wonderful longtime volunteers that we've had, and they are passionate about the Gold Award. So they have chosen to put into the source, and we put it in there for you quarterly. There will be a Gold Award chat session, and it will be for girls who are thinking about working on their Gold Award. They might want to have ideas, suggestions. Maybe they're nervous. They want to ask questions. So those will be offered, and they're in the source. Again, they're called Gold Award Chat. And our Gold Award committee members, as well as a couple of us on the program staff, will be on those calls quarterly to take any questions or input that girls have. Other questions?
What grade
All right, so grade levels for awards. I am seeing that. So bronze are for juniors. And I might add that there seems to be some confusion on this, especially if you're new. So they're for juniors, and the leader works with the troop or part of the troop. Maybe there are some girls in the troop who want to earn their bronze award, but not others. It works with the girls on what they want to do, and they work on their bronze project. The leader approves the bronze, and the actual bronze awards are purchased in our shop as soon as the leader says that they've earned the award. Silver awards are for cadets, and those are either individual girls or 2 or 3 girls or troop together earning those. It's a higher level of difficulty because of progression. And again, the leader signs off on when the girls have earned the silver award, and those awards may be purchased in our shop, any of our shops. The gold award is different. The gold award is for seniors and ambassadors, and girls must have completed either the silver award and a journey, or if they didn't complete the silver award as a cadet, that's fine too. They need to complete 2 journeys before they can begin to work on their gold award. So again, for seniors and ambassadors, and those are really individual awards. Each girl does 80 hours of a service project or more. Sometimes it can be 2 girls together, but they must have 80 hours completely separate for separate things. So they're really designed for the girls to do them themselves. Our Gold Award committee receives the project proposals, and the committee looks at those, approves them, or works with the girl to tweak them a little bit, to beef them up a little bit. And then once they're approved by our Gold Award committee, which they submit through the Go Gold portal, which is a national portal. Once they're approved by our committee, then they're assigned a Girl Scout Heart of Michigan Gold Award committee mentor. And that mentor works with them to make sure that they're their person that they will ask Girl Scout questions, Gold Award questions to. In addition, the girls have a project advisor from the organization, a topic area that they are doing their project on, as well as they put together a team of people to help complete their project. So those are the difference. Great question. So thank you for those. So juniors, cadets, seniors, ambassadors can all earn awards. Other questions? Ashley, do we have anything else?
We do not, but Kyla is just giving a scoop of, if you would like to join us for the Jumpstart Journeys, you can get a jump start on working towards completing the requirements for your Gold Award.
Absolutely. Well, and Kyla did say it, but she has run in the last several weeks, brownies, juniors, and now cadet, senior, ambassador 2-day journeys. We heard you. So this summer we put in place 2-day journeys, because you can't earn a journey in a day. So in these 2-day journeys, girls were able to meet all the requirements for the badge portion of the journey, they still need to go home and do their take action projects to complete the full journey. And that'll be the same, right, Kyla? It'll be the same for the ones at camp.
It'll be the exact same. But even when they're with me, I don't tell them how to do their take action project, but I do give them all the tools and information to start that take action. So anything that they could need to formulate that plan, because sometimes coming up with the plan is the hardest part. I help walk them through that and answer any questions if it might be their first take action, especially at that lower level. But I've had a lot of positive feedback on it, and I've left with a lot of really exciting take action projects being formulated. I think actually on here we have a couple parents of girls who attended in the last couple weeks. So, yeah.
All right. Any other questions, feedback, comments?
Karen, how many, excuse me, how many journeys do you have to complete before you can start the silver for cadets?
For cadets, you have one journey that you're working on with the silver. For gold, it's either one journey, senior ambassador journey, and the silver award, or 2 senior ambassador journeys. Ashley, anything you want to say on that?
I put it in the chat box.
Oh, okay, great, thank you.
Are they going to be working on the journey starting October 16th?
At the camp, journey, that's what they will do those 2 days.
Okay, what about the virtual one though?
Oh, so the preparation sessions that we're offering beginning October 16th are for, it is geared towards the girls to share with her how to get started on those awards. So we're not actually working on any journeys. We're going over the requirements and then the how to mind map and such to complete the journey. Or not
Sorry,
journey.
I didn't know that. Yeah, Ashley's right. It's a preparation session. They will work on their journeys with their troop or on their own, but we'll help them to know what they need to do to get started. And we go over all the possible journey options that there are. But we'd encourage, if your girl is thinking about, any of the girls in your troop are thinking about working on silver or gold, we would encourage them, if they haven't done a journey, if you're not comfortable as a troop leader or as a parent supporting the journey, because sometimes they're a little difficult, encourage them to sign up for one of our upcoming journey 2-day sessions.
Okay. Is there any that's going to be at Camp Marywood?
I believe the Hills is the closest.
Maybe for you guys, but not for me.
We had to look at what was going on at all the camps and where we could get them in to spend the night. So we did our very best. There's lots of things happening at both Linden and Marywood. So there was a weekend where they were off full. So we are at the Hills, which also gives us a different spot.
Okay.
But I can also assure you that as we did this summer, starting next summer, as soon as girls are out of school, we'll be offering the same things. We'll be adding 2-day journeys in Saginaw, in Lansing, and probably Kalamazoo and Ann Arbor as well. Because this year was a trial and they went very, very well. So next year we'll be doing the same.
Okay, great.
Yay, good. Any other, I do want to, I see Deanna from our shop is on here, and I do want to put a plug in that, again, the new badges are in our shop. We do not have the requirements yet. We expect them any day. Deanna, do you want to say more about that?
I would love to. We saw that they started to ship from National today. So they're coming from New Jersey, New York, just outside the New York City. So we're hoping that they will arrive in our shops mid to late next week. So badges are in, requirements should hopefully be in next week.
And in the meantime, I believe it was Angela who checked today. You can go on Volunteer Toolkit if you're a leader, and the requirements are now in Volunteer Toolkit as well, right, Ange? All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you again. Oh. Oh, Kyla. All right, Kyla is talking about the journey at the Hills. Thank you again for taking time with us this evening. And we are, I believe, at program@gshom.org. There's a mailbox. Am I correct on that?
No, well, actually, too, if you have any like registration issues or anything like that,
Program Reg. And then you can always contact any of us who presented tonight. So thank you. And we look forward to seeing you a lot this 110th year. So have a great night, everyone.